Hi, everybody. Round four is done, and we've got one of our players here. How are you doing?
I'm good, Phil. How are you doing?
Doing good. So we've got some questions for you. Um, there seemed to be quite the confusion when Chell was eliminated. Why do you think his elimination impacted the energy in the group?
I think that a lot of players had the perception that he was very clever and very smart, and he seemed like he was on the ball, and so maybe people were surprised that perhaps he might have been not in the right direction, or also it just maybe made the game more real that anybody could be the one to go. But it was a surprise to me too.
Well, we are halfway through the game. Do you think you are ready to go all in on one player being the mole, or do you still have multiple suspects?
I am strongly leaning towards one person, and I have had the same hunch the whole time. And I believe even on the quizzes each week, I do answer that I believe it's the same person. Um, so I think I could go all in, but still deciding if I want to answer one or two questions separately, if
Mhm.
it could be somebody else. But I know we are getting to the time where I am gonna need to go all in, or else um it's not going to be helpful to split answers.
Well, what is your game plan if you survive this round's quiz to get you to the end of the game?
I think I'm gonna have to just keep trusting my gut and trying to be still be observant in the games. And I feel like it's a pretty individual game for me personally. So I'm not relying on anybody else to make a difference in my game. And at this point, I don't trust anything that anybody says.
Well, what has been your most proud moment of the game so far?
I would say even just making it this far and being able to have the mystery mole power has been exciting to see if I would, you know, stick around long enough to be able to use it and hopefully choose wisely.
What has been your most moldiest moment of the game so far?
I would say missing the call last week when every person had to log on and I just went MIA. And I think that maybe made look a little bit odd since we were all there and knew that it was such a short time frame that we would get called to the call, and I didn't hop on the call.
Okay. Um, so I have a special one for just you. So, as you know, you have the Mystery Mole power activating. So, if you could, please talk me through all the players that are remaining on why you would and why you wouldn't give them an exemption this round.
Okay. I will start with Tina. I will not give her an exemption this week because I strongly suspect she is the mole. And if she is not the mole, I would like for the opportunity that she may possibly get eliminated so that it would take my suspicion off of her if I am wrong.
Right?
I also would like to not give the exemption to Jonathan because I feel he is very meticulous and observant and calculated. And I don't know who he suspects is the mole, but um, if he's onto the right track or not, I anticipate him doing well in the game. So I would like to lower his chances of surviving the quiz this week. And then I would also like to not give the exemption to Brandon because he has an extra point advantage in the quiz. And I regret not taking that offer in that game. I know I didn't need it, but I should have taken it just to, taken it away from someone else, as selfish as that is. And also too, just if I'm on to who I think the mole is, that it would be 50-50 between him or Jonathan, who I think may go this week, is my theory. So I would like to give the exemption to Jessica. She's the one player that I have worked a little bit with and um, a little bit leery that she could possibly be the mole too. Um, but was willing, she was the only person I've had the most open conversation with. So I would like to give the exemption to Jessica. I would also like to give the exemption to Tiffany. And reason being, I just had good vibes chatting with her when we were waiting for our turn to compete in the one game this week of with the map. Um, and she had to miss one night, and I feel like she could maybe use, a little bit of help this week.
Okay. As the power is activating, um, after this Zoom call, you are now not able to discuss what you've officially done until I reveal it at the beginning of Monday evening. So no talking about it with any of the players, even if they ask. No
Oh,
talking about the mole power.
okay.
Um, and I would like to just now ask, with what you have just told me, is that what you would like to lock in?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Thank you very much. So we'll stop the interview.